Hello everybody and welcome to a lovely setting sun here on planet Kerbin. This is the next episode in our Kerbal Space Program 1.0 career mode. So last time we did a couple of contracts and we also drove around the KSC here picking up a whole bunch of science. Oh, look at that moon. That is just beautiful. But in this episode I'm going to grab a couple more of those little contracts, hopefully getting our bankroll higher and higher so we can eventually get to the moon. That's the goal. Because if we can get to the moon, we can do these ferry missions, and these give us a crap load of money. Each one of them in its own right gives about 80,000. This one gives 40,000, 80 and 80, 40 and 50, 50 and 65. So if we can get these couple contracts in here, that'll really get our bankroll rolling here. We'll be able to do some bigger and better things like visit Minmus and even Duna or Eve. So, but first we're going to do just a couple more of these park tests because I want to get our bankroll a little bit higher because I do want to upgrade our tracking station, which is about 225,000. That won't leave us much for the spacecraft to build. So, I think we should test some of these parachutes, don't you think? And look at this, test the skipper at the launch site. That's always easy. We'll grab that. And let's test out the radial mount parachute. We have to deploy these anywhere between 1,000 and 8,000 meters. That's pretty low. Going at about the speed of sound and up. So I think we can try that too. Let's get both of those things. I'm going to test them separately just because I feel like the skipper engine just isn't very... it's kind of big and we don't exactly have the correct fuel tanks for it. Like for a little example here. Let's see. Yeah, you could kind of see how this just doesn't make much sense. But technically it'll be a test. And in fact, we don't even need to do anything crazy. In fact, we could just give it the slightest bit of fuel. Just give us a slight little boop, and that's all we need. I'm gonna put the parachute on just in case something horrible happens. You never know with these things. All right, let's try it. Here we are, and yes, it is getting quite dark on Kerbin. We might have to warp to the daytime soon. But anyway, let's just go ahead and grab this thing. In fact, we don't even need to throttle that much. That's it. It's probably gonna blow up. Okay, we blew it up, but that's okay. We tested the liquid fuel engine, and we got the contract. That's all I needed. I didn't think we were gonna get that far off the ground, but then again, it is a tiny vessel for that big giant engine. Probably could have saved a couple bucks keeping that engine alive, but oh well. That's the hot Jupiter way. There we go. We still got a couple funds back, so that wasn't a total loss. And now we're up to 293. Very good. So next, let's test out the radial parachute system. I'm gonna gather we're gonna have to probably get this thing going pretty fast and pretty high. Let's take a look at it again. 1,000 to 8,000 meters going this speed, which that's not too hard. In fact, we could probably do that with just like this, just like that. Let's see, we don't need this. We need the radial jobbies. There we go. And with enough skill, I could probably get this whole thing to come back down in one piece without blowing up all the engines. So that's what we'll try. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, I think we should probably fix our staging, huh? Alright, there we go. So let's get the parameters up. We'll get this thing fully throttled. Look at the SAS enabled, and here we go. Oh, I think we'll definitely be at 400 meters per second by the time we hit 1,000. Come on, baby. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. That's it. Got it. Nailed it. And we still have some fuel left over, which is always quite nice. My. It is a dark day. Oh, look at how... God, it's like the 10th time I've said, look at that moon. And look at Minmus right there below it. Oh, I don't think I've seen a cooler sky before. That's screenshot worthy right there. Beautiful. What a beautiful game. Looks kind of like we're going through some black smoke here, but rest assured, it is not our craft exploding. It's just simply the dark clouds as the sun begins to set over planet Kerbin here on our current latitude. Now, last time, when the parachutes deployed, they kind of got screwed up. I might just say altitude 800. Gotta do that one too. Just so that they deploy a little bit higher, because last time we tried to test a parachute, they deployed too low, and we ended up blowing up the whole spacecraft except for the capsule. So we don't want that to happen again. But, you know, now that there's two, we might be okay. But just in case, I put the altitude to 800 instead of where it was before. I'm just going to give it a little bit of thrust as well. Ooh, wow. Okay, so you don't want to do the opposite now. You don't want to accidentally start thrusting upwards, because I feel like that will cause the parachutes to disable. We are actually coming down pretty slowly, so this isn't too bad. We are going to land, looks like right on top of the tracking station, though. Hopefully I won't blow any of it up. I really don't want to be repairing any of my buildings this early on. That would kind of throw us in the toilet as far as our money was concerned. So I'm just going to apply the slightest bit of thrust as we head down towards the bottom here. just a tap, just to get it going. There! Oh my, that was quite nice. Landed right there by the that's not the tracking station, that's the launch pad. Yeah. Tracking station's over here. Alright, so that's that contract complete. We just make sure we got it. Yep. These are way easier, by the way, than they were in version 0.24. In version 0.24, the first contract version, I just remember struggling so hard to get those parachute contracts. And as you can see, we got it, and we recovered a good deal of funds because we didn't blow ourselves up. So that's that. Let's just go ahead and we'll warp to the next morning. Ah, that's much better. You guys can probably see a lot better now. Excellent. So now let's see what we can do here. We can do this parachute and the stack decoupler. Why not? We'll do both of them. Actually, should we do that, or should we just do... You know what? Let's do this one. Visual surveys. That's where those couple surveys are. This expires very, very quickly. And these expire in a day, so we have to be kind of careful with these. But, anyway, let's do the visual survey. So in this one, we need to take an EVA report from this place, take an EVA report from that place, which we could probably do in one flight if we get a pretty decent space plane going, and then a crew report in flight this altitude near this site, which I'm not sure where that is, to be honest with you. That might be over by the other island there, but let's just try it. We'll see what we get. I am gonna just check out. In fact, I might just go ahead and upgrade this now. Let's do it. Yes! We have the Tier 2 tracking station. It looks a little bit under construction for now, but with this one now, we can... The patched conics are visible on the map, and I think that means that we can do maneuver nodes, basically. But let's just take a look inside. And... oh, what is... Whoa, what the heck? Jebediah's Junkyard and Spacecraft Parts Co.? Is there something in orbit here? That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what that's really telling us. Maybe that's a satellite or something. Could be a satellite in orbit. Not sure. But anyways, we have the upgraded tracking station, which means we can now place maneuver nodes, which is so helpful. But let's see. Yeah, this is section I-99. We need to... That's that island off the shore. So we can go there. That shouldn't be too difficult. And also we have to go here. let's try that. I figure we'll just use the same airplane that we built before to get there. Should actually kind of work. The Kerbal Cruiser. And the Science Rover, yeah. So the Kerbal Cruiser. There she is. And you know, we really don't need all these air intakes. I kind of went overboard with them because I thought that we needed them. Remember that? We actually don't. Let's see, what else? Photovoltaics. We'll just throw a couple of these on here. Probably just one is fine. Just to get a little extra power. Maybe one on the bottom as well. Nah, you know what? That's fine. One over here, that'll do it. Let me just look at it for a sec. I think it was a pretty stable craft. I don't remember it being having any major problems with it. So I think what we'll do is we'll go with that one. Yeah. Let's launch. Who's in the cockpit? Cockpit. Jeb. It's Jeb's turn again. Here we are. Put the brakes on. Now let's just take a look. We need to fly over here. The Ring Alpha. Activate the nav. Take an EV report on the surface at Ring Alpha. I'm not sure where Ring Beta is. Maybe that's like really close to it. In fact, yes it is. It's right next to it. Okay, so that's perfect. Those two are very close together. We'll be able to bang those two out in one go, but this one will have to probably launch another rocket. Anyways, let's do it. I think we're going to have to turn right around. I think it is over there somewhere. But brakes off, stabilization on. Let's throttle this thing up. Get it to full pump. Man, this runway is so ragged. But it works. It works like a charm. Look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, we need to basically just turn right around. If I was any sort of adequate pilot, I would probably try something daring like flipping straight over, but I don't trust myself that much. So we're just gonna kinda do it the old-fashioned way. We're just gonna turn ourselves around here. Basically head this direction towards those mountains. Hopefully it won't be like on the mountains. That would be very difficult to land this thing on it. Here we go. You can see on the nav ball the orange. That's where we're headed. Very good, very good. You know, this thing actually flies alright. It's amazing. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at myself. Plenty of intake, plenty of fuel. Doesn't say any sort of altitude requirements, so all we have to do is just land it. Actually, technically that is an altitude requirement, isn't it? Landing it. That is a pretty low altitude. Of course, I'm now just realizing something. If we have to take it from the surface, that then means that we will not be able to get old Jeb here back into the cockpit again, because unfortunately we don't have a ladder. Yeah. So this might not be doable in one mission after all, but I guess we'll just kind of see. We are getting quite high. Wonder how close we are now. We're almost there. Just gonna kind of get her out of the clouds since I can't see Jack diddly. What do you think, Jeb? Can you see anything? Yeah, me neither. Let's just get her down a little bit. Get her down! You know, I really wish these things would give me some sort of altitude indication, like, hey, it's at this altitude, or hey, it's at this altitude. Well, it tells me that it's a ring. Eumon's ring. Wish I knew what that was. I think it might be in here somewhere. So we are very rapidly approaching it. Try to get down low here. Get low, get low. Try to bleed off some of this speed. It's a little trick I learned. Just kind of point left and right. That'll bleed off tons of your speed. Okay, yeah, I'm basically right on top of this icon here. If this ain't where it is, then I don't know where the heck it is. It should be right here. Wish I had some air brakes. That would make this landing a little bit easier. Oh, we're at beta now. Okay, we're at beta. Okay, all we gotta do is just touch this baby down. Nice and easy. Yes! How about that, guys? How about that, YouTube? Hot Jupiter has learned how to land, sort of. That's a landing. I'll take that landing. Okay, the mountains. We'll send that right back. Matt Bay, take it. Take it. And Goo, we'll take it. Take it. Now the only problem is, again, since we don't have a ladder, once Jeb gets out of here, that's basically it. That's basically it for us in this mission. Alright, Jeb, do your thing. It might be a little further back, but let's just see what happens. EVA report. Yes! 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 Alright. Let's plant the flag. This is Eumon Beta. Bay. Eumon Bay. Eumon Beta. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure we can't get back in here, but... Oh, can he? Oh, shit! Wait. Come on. Oh, my God. He did it! He did it! Oh, my God. Jeb, you're a baller. Okay. Alright, so now we have to get there. Problem is, where is there, and how do I get there? That's a very good question. We might have to mow this flag down. Alright, well, let's just get this bird back in the air again. Should have enough. We have to basically go that way. I bet it's on the other side of this ridge right here. I don't know why I'm flying straight at the mountains. It's probably pretty... Oh! Shit! It's right there! What? Seriously? Seriously? It's right there? You're gonna make me do this landing again? Oh, well, that's good practice, isn't it? It's good... Damn it. Ah! Alright, I know. Jeez. Alright. Pull up, you stodgy bastard. Get up. Come on, get up, get down with the sickness, your mother, get up. Come on, get down with the sickness, you fucker, get up. Excuse my language here. Alright, please don't crash into that tree. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Brakes. We're gonna walk. We're walking it, because it was like right over there. That's fine. We can do that, right, Jeb? Now that we know that you're a straight up baller. Let me see. Yeah, it's literally right over here. I'm thinking like, we gotta fly over these damn mountains again, and oh man, it's gonna be another rough landing. But no, literally, I'm not even sure what the difference is. Here we are. EVA. Nice! 2 visual surveys complete. We'll plant the flag here too. Eumon Alpha. Cool. Alpha and Beta. For some reason I can't activate the flags. Oh well. Well, let's get back to the cruiser, and heck, we could just end this mission right here. We are quite far from the KSC, but that doesn't matter too much. If I was feeling daring, I would just take this thing right back to the runway. You know what? I am feeling daring. Me and that runway have a bone to pick. I'm going to take Jeb right back to the runway. Because that's what Hot Jupiter does. He goes all the way. He goes all the way in his videos. I am just going to try to turn this thing around, sort of. So I'm not taking off straight at the mountains. That would kind of be a little awkward. Let's give it a little bit of thrust, just to push us this way. Alright, full throttle, SAS. I'm actually getting the hang of these damn space planes, you know that? Either they're way easier to fly in this version of KSP, or I've just somehow gotten better. Either way, I'm having fun. This is awesome. Cool. Basically just gonna fly straight back the way we came so I can land this baby on the runway. It's not really necessary, but I kind of want to prove it to myself. Just something personal. Plus, if anything goes wrong, I have my parachutes, so that's fine. And we are coming in for a landing here. Be ready for us. Kerbin. KSC, we're coming in. This is Jeb flying in here. Let's just reduce our throttle right down to a bare bones minimum. Now this runway is going to be a little rough because it is a little rough and tumble of a runway, isn't it? Thrust is only 10 kilonewtons. Barely anything at all. Trying to reduce our speed here and our altitude. We do have the parachutes too, so if things start going terribly, horribly wrong, we can always deploy those. We are coming in a little bit hot. Coming in hot, baby. Getting the brakes primed up and ready to go. And there we have it. It wasn't your traditional landing. I kind of panicked at the last second and went, oh my god, what if I crash now? So we deployed the parachutes because I'm a noob, and there we go. Let's get this thing recovered. Alright, got some good data. Got some good money back. No XP gain, that's ridiculous. He did all that work for nothing. I'm not quite sure how these pilots are supposed to gain XP, but here's where we're going next, and yeah, I do believe that's simply the, whatchamacallit, that little island, but we have to be, what did it say, 18,000 meters above it. So what I'm going to do is build the same craft that I built to get the first visual survey, because it is about the same distance, and it's going to be just very much the same mission. We're going to launch this thing and hope that we can get this capsule down basically in a safe manner, and hopefully we can get over to that area too. We don't need a whole lot of fuel, in fact that's probably it. That's probably all we need. Might just slap on there the this thing, because why not? And if we actually do land, it'd probably be good to get a couple of these damn things as well. Let's see. Probably will need 2 fuel tanks. just for good measure. And gonna need some of these finnies. Where are you, finnies? Here you are. Winglets there. 18,000 is pretty high. Maybe, in fact, maybe we'll just drop in another one of these. That should do it. Doesn't have to be too crazy. Okay. That'll do us. Let's go ahead and launch this thing. Alright, let's just go to the map and we will activate the nav. Basically going to want to fly south. Let's get this thing throttled and here we go. Just going to start pushing ever so slightly to the south, just slightly. And these little winglets here should help keep us straight and narrow without faltering too much. You can already see that we're turning. It's going to throttle back just a little bit. Push it a little more south-like. We are going to want to get some good height. We need to get 18,000 meters near that site, which is a little bit more this way actually now that I'm looking at it. Basically just gonna point right at that thing. Just gonna point it a little bit more that way, just to make sure we really get there. Apps 30, that should be basically be it. I'm gonna leave a little bit of fuel just so that I can correct it ever so slightly. So maybe it isn't above the island. Maybe it's a lot further than the island. Yeah, of course, who can really tell you? The island's right down here somewhere. Alright, we're at the apoapsis. The apoapsis. Might just try to get this thing to point a little more accurately at our target. It's hard to tell where it might be, though. Gonna give her a little more thrust. There we go. Just gonna make sure that we're still gonna be high enough. We are starting to fall and the ship is kind of fighting me. She's really fighting it. Alright, we're there. Crew report. Go. Got it. Alright, that is exciting. We've got the crew report. And look at how straight this thing is flying. These winglets really, really do help. It's unbelievable how much different this feels than the original Kerbal Space Program. But anyway, we're just about out of fuel. There's no sense in saving this stuff. So therefore, I am just going to cut this off first. There it goes. See you later. Thing's gonna flip around like crazy. And that's basically us. Activate the chutes. Let's see, can we do a little goo? Probably not. Yeah, it's nothing. That's nothing. We already basically got all this good stuff. We'll just let the aerodynamics take care of the rest. I forgot that little trick of moving the goo upwards, but that's okay. So we'll just get this thing falling. Wonder if our booster has landed yet. Yep, looks like it has. Crash landed a long time ago. So it wasn't quite at the islands, it was a little bit past them, to be honest with you. I would kind of thought it was going to be right there at the island, but nope, now we're just kind of in the middle of the ocean. It's kind of spooky a little bit. Wow, yeah, that really takes a while now to slow us down. I might just start modifying the altitude of the parachutes. Seems like the safest bet. And that's us. Jeb is safely landed in the water. We've got that contract completed. Visual surveys. And we've got the official completion, 47,000. Let's recover the vessel. So let's see how we did. Didn't get any science on that trip. That's okay. We were just all about that money and our crewmen. So that's us. We now have about 174,000. I feel confident that we can now visit the moon, perform temperature scans of Kerbal. This is so easy. My goodness. Oh, okay, so these are different locations. I was like, geez, that's easy. Position the satellite in equatorial orbit. Easy. There's so many little easy missions we can do. But before we do those, I really want to explore the moon, and that's what we're going to do next. In the next episode, we're going to try to get some of these ferry missions out of the way. I might start with this one just because it's about to expire in a day. So, and these two have 2 days, 3 days left on them. So we'll try these ones. Oh, Mobile wants to fly by minutes, fly by the moon. I'll try to construct some kind of craft that maybe we can get a couple of these guys going around so we don't have to do 4 of these in a row. That would kind of be a little bit redundant. That would get us a crap load of reputation. If we fail, though, a crap load minus. But anyway, look forward to that. Look forward to that mission in the next episode of Kerbal Space Program, everybody. Thanks for watching.